Hi, everybody. This is Chris.
This is Matt.
I'm going to try not to lose my voice today while we talk about Cannonball Blitz. Uh, I might have lost it just screaming at the screen. Something about
Yeah.
ladders.
Oh,
Let's start with the standard introduction. This is not a review. Do not take it as a review. This is just two assholes who spent some time playing a game and came together to talk about it book club style. That is what we do every month. I used to say we pick a game, but really we pick two. We pick a long game we do at the beginning of the month and a short game we do in the middle of the month. This is our short game, and I will expect this to be a short discussion just because it's not a big game.
this game is only 3 levels, uh, and I didn't get past the second level.
I was going to say, I want to make some smart ass comment about three. It's one level and a level that just stops you from playing anymore.
Yeah, the Wikipedia page says there are 3 levels, the third of which is particularly challenging. I'm like, okay, well,
I'll take your word for it.
I imagine it would be if I could have gotten past the second level.
Yeah, I almost didn't get past the intro screen.
Right. I
Did
I like the intro screen a lot because it's really just, I don't know,
I
goofy.
love the early 80s Apple II. Do not get me wrong. I like the intro screen. But if you're hitting the keys you think should skip you past the intro screen, it just
Right.
restarts the intro screen. And so you
Right.
think like you can't even get in, man. It's
Yeah, I found if I mash K, I was playing with keyboard. If you mash
me
K
too.
really fast, then you can get in there. But yeah, I had problems starting it as well.
But if you hit space or escape or enter or any one of these other things, it starts the intro over again.
And God help you if you start mashing keys and wind up hitting joystick when you want to hit keyboard, because you'll just
Oh
stand
god.
there and this intro screen where the dude starts kicking the cannonballs or the
Mhm.
bombs down at you. It goes pretty long before you can move, and it plays like old timey
Oh, what is it?
the ants go marching one by one
That's
song,
right.
which is not really what that song is, but that's what I think everyone knows it as from their
Yeah.
childhood.
Um
So
yeah,
yeah, it takes a while.
it's a Donkey Kong ripoff, but oh, immediately my anger is um how long it takes when he like kicks the first cannonball. So like watch this. He's gonna kick this. Here we go. Boom. Okay.
Now you're
You're
waiting.
waiting.
You're just sitting there.
And
You're
you're
like
waiting.
taking it all
Oh,
in.
now you get to go. And if you like what I was having trouble with at the beginning is like if you are already hit a key or done something like that, your guy will just start hauling ass in a direction. And you might not
Right.
be ready for him to do it. Uh
Yeah. Can I say that this game fucked up my idea of how cannons work when I was a kid? Because I thought that cannons shot bombs because it was called CannonBall Blitz and the guy's kicking bombs at you.
yeah.
But no.
No,
So
these are
lesson
bombs.
history lesson, everyone. Cannonballs don't explode.
No, they're just
You're welcome.
solid balls shot by an explosion, which is different. Um,
Yeah.
I think this is a game. uh, For starters, I think we've already made our feelings on it clear. Uh, well, if you have
Yeah.
some nostalgic value of this, leave it there. If you want to play, an Apple II game, play just about any other game. Um, the controls are rough. It's pixel perfect timing on the jumps. Um, there's a lot of waiting. That was one of the big things I noticed about the game. It's not only that initial wait, but to get up to the next level. So this is funny. So it's a Donkey Kong ripoff. The first level they take away ladders,
Yeah.
and you've got to sort of wait on these teeter totters for a cannonball to fall down the right direction to throw you up to the next level.
Yeah, which is an interesting game design. So let me say that I did play this as a kid.
Uh huh.
Uh and I didn't have a lot of nostalgia for it. Like I remember the music, I remember the vague idea of standing on the things.
Hmm.
Um, but even without any kind of, even with minimal nostalgia for it, I still like did not like this at all.
Right. In some ways, I may have enjoyed it more than you. Because while I think there's a serious game design flaw of any game that makes you sit and wait for a random element to trigger your progress in the game, and that's what it is on this first level. You're waiting for the right cannonball to fall in the right spot so you don't die waiting or run out of time, which is also completely unfair. The game is going to make you wait, but it also has a timer counting down up there.
Yeah.
Um, I think the teeter totter element is interesting enough that I really liked. It's quaint.
Yeah.
It's I can appreciate it to some extent. Um,
It's interesting, and it's just enough of a departure from Donkey Kong, which is clearly is,
yeah,
to give it a little bit of credibility.
right. It's a little bit of its own character, a little bit of
Right.
something thing. The jumps aren't high enough. They're too pixel perfect requirement. The weighting is abominable. The balloon is an interesting element in not only that it is something that will let you skip some levels by taking you all the way up to the top. Um, but you need it to get onto that last platform.
Yeah, which means you end up dodging cannon or bombs for quite a while.
Waiting.
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
just waiting. So yeah, it's a lot of waiting and just staying alive around the bombs
Yeah.
until the confluence of things happen that get you up to the flag.
Right. I'd say a lot of waiting and a lot of luck, but all the cannonballs do come down in patterns. So you can memorize a pattern for this level and eventually get a sense of, okay, this one's gone down here, here, and here, which means I'm going to take these uh, teeter totters up for the maximum effect without dying. But that's not
Yeah,
a skill thing, that's a memorization and rote behavior thing.
yeah.
Um, and that's okay. I mean, that's a type of game. I don't
A lot
really.
of these games were like that,
Yeah,
but
Pac-Man has mazes in the Pac-Man Fever album. It shows all the patterns you can take to win up to the key levels.
yeah,
Um, I have that album, by the way.
of course you do. Of course you have Pac-Man fever.
Yeah, I got Pac-Man. So I don't hate this level.
I actually I don't really hate this level either. It's really annoying how accurate you have to be with your jumps. Uh
Mm-hmm.
but like I mean the real problem that I think we both had was the second
The
level.
second level,
So
and
before we get into that, because I think you'll get there,
I think I get there on this
not like
recording.
that, but the problem is that because of the first level, you have to be so accurate. By the time you get to the second level, you don't really have an opportunity to figure it out.
Right. The thing I will say about the first level too, even though you got to be accurate and it's all this, you do get better. Like there was like when I first started playing, I was unable to get to the first teeter totter, let alone to the
Right.
second. And for a while, I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to do any more in this game than this. But you start figuring things out, you start making things work, and your skill goes up along with your memorization of the level.
That is very true. That was my main memory as a kid. Was finally beating the first level and getting the second level, and then eventually even seeing the third level.
Hmm.
So it is possible. Um, but as far as the mechanics go, I mean,
Yeah, there's not much to it. It's not uh like a lot of the reason I look back at these old games is to see, is there anything we missed? Is there anything we've forgotten? Is there anything I'd like to see recaptured in a modern game? Not here. Here,
yeah, not
nothing
really.
really. It's an old formula. It's been done to death, and um, other than a quaint Apple II aesthetic with an interesting take on Donkey Kong for this first level, I don't have much else to say about it.
I find it interesting that it's a very early Sierra Online game before it was even Sierra Online.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty interesting, like that they cut their teeth on this.
yeah.
this kind of thing.
Well, and this is one of the things, and I see this in a lot of like the game development forums and stuff like that I frequent. A lot of people like when they sit down, they're like, I'm gonna be the next bedroom programmer. I'm gonna code the next game, and they're like, I'm gonna make the next Warcraft. It's like, dude, make the next Pong. Just take it down a step and
Right.
work your way up. You're not your first game's not gonna be, you know, World of
Yeah.
Warcraft. It's gonna be Pac-Man. It's gonna be Pong. It might be Donkey Kong if you're feeling ambitious.
Right.
It might be Breakout. You got to learn to walk. And so, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that this is this, but it's fun. It's fun to think that this is sort of Sierra's start way back
Yeah.
here. Uh, we have to do Caverns of Callisto sometime.
I would like to play Caverns of Callisto.
You know Caverns of Callisto. Do you know who wrote Caverns of Callisto?
I do. Chuckles, didn't he?
Chuckles wrote, yes. And I know we have such
Oh,
fond love of Chuckles,
Chuckles.
but it will be interesting to see, like, um, kind of how we like that sort of part of it. Let me just, do I get to it in this video? Looks like I don't.
Oh
Let me,
man, the second level.
yeah,
Yeah,
hang
because
on.
that's really where this goes from like a mediocre Donkey Kong derivative into a full blown fuckfest where nothing works and it's really frustrating. Like the first level's frustrating
Mm-hmm.
because it's frustrating to jump over those bombs, but the second level, just like knowing what you need to do and just not being able to get on the ladder, that is agony. Like, and it's so
Yeah,
hard. It's not that it's super hard to get there, but it's hard enough. And I wanted the game to just give me a minute. Like just give me a minute with these ladders. I'm sure I can figure out the thing you need to do to get on there. Like it can't, there's one button,
right.
it's not
Not
rocket
rocket
surgery.
science. Yeah.
Just like let me let me just get on there without the cannons rolling at me and the whole nine.
Wasn't
Oh
that?
my. Oh boy. Spoiler alert.
Well, I've got that. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Uh, I'm
You looking for
I'm looking for it. Right.
you're doing it here.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Okay, so
go.
this is the second level.
Let me get it queued up for people. I got it
Yeah.
kind of hidden because I didn't want to
Oh, I see.
add video. There we go. All right.
Okay. So here
So
you are killing this first level.
yeah, let's show a victory on the first level.
I will say that I never used uh that first jumper thingy.
Generally speaking, I didn't. There were a couple patterns I found that worked for it, but
Yeah.
more often than not, you're better going to the back one. Did you ever use that high back one then?
No.
The second, like, so you go past the first one to that second one, and then there's a third one if you kind of consider the wraparound situation.
Yeah, so the one where the trapdoor is directly above your head or
The one that
yeah.
just tipped there.
Yeah.
So like
I
go up.
I, I think I always use that one as well. Yeah, I always use this one.
Yeah. Oop,
I never use the one. I
oop.
never use that one.
Yeah, I got lucky there. And this is where I
Yeah,
learned the pattern, so I knew I could do that.
right. Man, that was some incredible jumping on your part.
I
I'm
got good at
impressed.
this.
You did.
I got
'Cause
good at this level. I'm like, yes.
I gotta admit, when we started, I was like, "Oh man, I am way better at this than Chris." But now watching this, like, no, your skills have surpassed mine. Like, I can do what you're doing here, no problem.
hmm
But when it comes time to jump two right in a row or whatever, like, forget it. It's
I'm
just not gonna happen.
I'm glad we waited. That jump on the balloon I just did, I
Hmm.
made that look easy. That is hard.
That
That is
requires
hard to
a
do.
lot of accuracy. It's agonizing.
The amount of accuracy in this game required is insane. Okay, so like this. Like I know what I got to do. I got to climb this ladder.
Cannon can
Can't.
climb it.
Cannon's fine. Cannon can go up and down a ladder, of course. But and this is Donkey Kong level 2. Jump that cannon. Can't get up that ladder.
Yep. And then
And
you run off the edge
when
and
I run
die.
off the edge,
You know,
because like what else am I gonna do?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and
here I am, I'm dancing. Oh, I got it for a second, but now good luck ever getting it again. That was the only
and
time
now
I've
you're
ever
just
been
fucked.
on the ladder.
Yeah, and those
Never.
cannons, they're impossible to they're not impossible to jump over, but they're harder than the cannonball or the
Yeah,
bombs to jump over.
yeah.
Yeah. And so like yeah, so I just wanted like I looked and looked for a manual for this game and I couldn't find it, but I know like for a fact that this is a one button
Yes.
game.
No, I have looked at the manual. You are correct. This is
So
not
there's
something. There's no
no
special.
it's not F8 to climb the
No.
ladder or some shit like that. It's one button, but
Yes.
I just like couldn't find where I needed to stand.
No.
And that what you just experienced there was pretty much the entirety of my Cannonball Blitz experience.
And
And
because it's so hard to get to that spot, you don't ever
yes.
get because okay, I'm dead. Guess what? I'm starting over at level one. It's unless I'm doing save states, I got to do level one again to get there, and
And
that's fine.
I tried to do save states, but I couldn't get a really good run at level 1 where it was worth the, the
Pain.
patience. Yeah. So, and you die pretty quick in level 2 because like we said it's really hard to jump those things.
Oh, here's a funny thing about the teeter totters. You have to jump them going one way. You can run past them going the other way.
Oh, interesting.
Did you notice that? Like if you run
No.
towards where they're tilted, I'm stuck there. I gotta wait.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, it was,
Oof. Yeah.
um, but you can run past them when they're angled up at you. But when they're angled down at you, you've got to stand on them or jump past them.
Yeah.
So yeah, this first level's got enough quirks and enough mechanics and enough stuff, just enough to make it interesting and a fun kind of Donkey Kong ripoff. Uh, the ladders are entirely too pixel perfect to make the next level fun. Like that
Yeah.
wasn't a skill issue I had. That was a mechanics issue. That's
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Like
yeah.
I was playing it and I made this conscious decision after getting to level 2 for like the 5th time and failing to get on the
Hmm.
ladder that I was just like I'm not going to play this anymore because
Yep.
it's frustrating me. I'm like not having a good time.
No.
Uh which is, you know,
I mean that is part of it. We want to wait to see what we have a good time. I also felt like I have nothing left to learn from this game. And that's
yeah.
what we want from the short games. We want something where we can get in and get out after having learned the gist of it after a day. I looked up somebody playthrough to see the third level.
Yeah, I did too.
Third level is third level Donkey Kong ripoff. These are right in order, one, two, three. Uh,
Yep.
Same sort of layout, same sort of mechanics, same sort of bouncing things. If you've seen that level of Donkey Kong, you've seen that level of Cannonball Blitz.
Yeah. I had no idea how derivative this game was when I was a kid. Like
No.
it just never connected with me
Hmm.
because I mean, I don't know. I don't know if
Well,
I didn't play enough Donkey Kong or if I wasn't discerning enough or what, but
I think
now I'm
that's
like
some of it. Yeah.
this is clearly Donkey Kong. You get only with the Pope kicking
Puff
bombs
kicking.
at you. Armed Pope.
I There may be my favorite part of this game is the graphics and the box art.
The
Uh,
box art is fantastic. I like the music.
Music's not bad, but the box art is just next level. There's a guy in a leather armchair with a joystick playing a game on the back of a cannon. He's looking at you like, "What you looking at?"
Yeah,
with his
with a
beer.
Budweiser. Yeah, really out there.
Oh, it makes me happy. In the meantime, there's a war going on around him, but
Yeah, whatever.
whatever. I don't know how the balloon factors into any of this, but I mean,
Yeah, no idea. No idea. I
yeah,
mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Do you want to get
Narratively,
it?
this game doesn't hold up.
Yeah. If you want to do a lore dump on Cannonball Blitz, someone, I'll watch it.
Oh my god, I so would. I would watch the
Yeah.
hell out of that. It'd be funny. Um, so yeah, I mean, not much else to say about this game.
Yeah, that's it for me too. I
Short one.
would have liked to see the third level,
I'd
but
like to see the third
n-
level. I'd like to have something else to say about it other than Donkey Kong. Um,
yeah, but
yeah.
maybe there's not. So
Well, and like even when you get to the third level, it's more. bombs in this, so it's not like, there's some new element introduced.
Yeah.
It's fine. Um, I won't say it's fun, but it's not. If the rest of the game was like the first level, I think it would have been good, just because there was a skill component to getting better at this.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna take the free ride to
I'm
the.
gonna try.
Yeah, you're doing it. Let's watch. Yeah, and then it drops you.
Yeah.
I thought it would take you all the way to the top.
No.
Not the case. You can stop running. It's to me it's
Oh,
easier to run
yeah.
back and forth forever than it was to stop.
Yeah,
But
me
you
too.
can stop if you're inclined. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. So I will
Ooh.
unvideo this. Our next long game we're playing right now, we will be doing a how to play this at the beginning of next month, which will cover like character creation, walking around, some basic stuff you might not understand about D&D, considering if you're going to continue playing, more these, because I think the gold box games are pretty solid. I don't want to talk too much about it in general, but um, if you like the first one, I can't see you not liking the rest. They all have their own little tweaks and spins on the formula throughout each.
Yeah.
One will be your favorite, one will not, but they're all really good.
Yeah.
So we'll cover that next. Then Spellbound.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
excited. Spellbound looks really weird.
it's really weird.
I love
Uh,
weird shit.
it's the first game I got for the Commodore 64. It
Oh.
was Spellbound and Finders Keepers were on one disc, and then my mom also got me Wizard of Id typing tutor.
Oh,
Uh,
fun. I had a Wizard of Id game too. Or
yeah.
no, I had BC Quest for Tires.
Oh,
Was that
that's a good
Wizard of
game.
Id?
Same-ish
Yeah.
cartoonist. I think you're
But
asking.
yeah, I loved me some BC and I also had the Spy versus Spy game. For some reason that reminds me of those two.
I can see that. John
Yeah.
Alert.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Spellbound. I watched some videos about it before we
I
started
will.
today. It
I
looks
am.
good.
Yeah, I'm genuinely going to be interested in your take on it because it's a puzzle game. Um,
Yeah.
I loved and hated it as like a kid, so I'm looking forward to getting back into the nostalgia level of it, and I'm interested to see your take on it. No promises you're gonna like it, and that's okay. Some of these are gonna be that way, but I'm looking forward to going back and seeing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about before we put a bullet in this? Blow it up with a cannonball?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
I
All
got nothing.
right. Then I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.
Thanks.